I forget these things, man.
Decay is now promoting.
I'm sorry. Can you pause that and let's just nail down what he just admitted
I knew it.
to everybody, and I'm not letting that slide. You just admitted I forget about these things.
I forget these things, man. So what?
I'm right, bro. Like, just say it right now. I am right. I am right 70% of the time.
I am right 70% of the time.
That's not, you know what I'm talking about. Nicholas Rice is right 70% of the time.
I don't mind admitting that you're right sometimes.
70% majority.
That doesn't mean I'm wrong, majority. Number one, and it doesn't mean 70% either.
Whatever.
All right. Hey, as long as the Nick is right, let's go.
Promoting the benefits.
Can you rewind it?
Of fucking your
Sorry, man.
National.
The UK is now promoting the benefits of fucking your cousin.
National Health Service says marriage and procreation between first cousins can be beneficial, and the risks have been, quote, exaggerated. New documents show that the NHS guidance to midwives states 15% of cousin couples have children that are affected by genetic conditions, compared to just 3% of children born to unrelated parents. However, the guidelines then go on to describe the benefits of cousin marriages, saying it can provide financial and social security and generate collective social capital.
How do you?
Oh man, we got.
Wait, let me finish.
A child with your first cousin. You are 5 times as likely to have a negative genetic condition. That's what those numbers say. If you don't fuck your first cousin, you got about a 3% chance. If you do fuck your first cousin, now you have a 15% chance. And I get that if you've been fucking your cousin, you probably don't know the difference between those numbers. But the rest of us in the fucking civilized world who recognize that banging your cousin isn't a good idea. Those of us who live in countries who have laws against that type of shit, we know that's 5 times. But now, not only is Britain going, we're going to allow it, but now they're promoting it.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Dude, what is...
I just love how he puts it so plainly.
I noticed that his conscience started to eat at him enough to where he switched over to banging.
Yeah. I don't know if that was his conscience.
It wasn't his conscience.
I think it was him realizing I've said the F word too much and TikTok's going to flag me for this, so I need to switch to a different word.
Yeah, so he switched to banging.
This is what happens, and we've shown proof of this, but so the Somali community out in Minnesota, they're mostly they've been proven that's a lot of immigrant.
They're all family up there.
Yeah. So, and the Somali community is aren't they Muslim?
Well, majority Muslim. Yeah.
All right, and
Muslims are like
what's happening
family.
to the UK right now.
Yeah,
they're being overrun by Islam.
Yeah,
they're actually starting to implement Sharia law in a lot of their court systems. So that's what's happening to the UK.
They're all the Ishmaelites.
Well, it's because, Islam has taken over and therefore they're implementing Sharia law.
Yeah.
And this kind of
is
a result. This is the result.
It's okay to F bang your cousin, your first cousin. And it's what I find what I find so unbelievable, because it completely overlooks the whole point of it, is they said it's okay to do that for financial and financial and social security reasons.
Oh,
and I'm
my God.
Dude, if your financial reasons for doing such a thing is why you would do such a thing, then
it's not a good reason.
You're not seeing the forest for the trees, bro.
Oh my gosh! There's never a financial reason to bang your cousin. No, there's never a financial reason to. Oh my gosh!
That's disgusting, man. It's so.
But
bad.
that is the byproduct of Islam taking over.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the byproduct of Islam taking over, because that's very prevalent in their culture. But I think it's also just the heathenistic indecency of the left taking over everything. As much as Islam and the left hate each other, or as much as Islam hates the left, I think they are very similar. They're very, very similar. Like Islam, there's a new term now called Islamist, which
instead
kind
of a leftist.
Well, no, it's if you're a Muslim, you're an Islamist. If you believe in Islamic values,
you say Muslim.
I usually just say muzzy, but
okay.
But Yeah, and so it's starting to walk closer and closer, at least culturally speaking, in cultural linguistics, write it down. It's starting to walk closer and closer with like Marxism and leftist and socialist, because now you've got Marxists and Muslimists, and it's all becoming one big ball of wax that still doesn't include conservative or Christian. We're well outside of that. But I find it interesting. It's an interesting observation I made on Islam and Muslimism.
Well, because you made that observation, you've got to know something, because I actually saw a video of a converted Muslim telling people why Islam or why Muslims vote left.
Oh, yeah. No, I know this. Yes, I know
this. They vote left because the left is stupid.
Because the left is stupid, and
and they know that they can get their way through the left because they know they can manipulate the left to be able to get Sharia law implemented. Yeah. Which is what has happened in like everywhere we see all these Muslim uprising, Dearborn, Michigan. Yeah. If you see it in Minnesota, how are they led? They're led by Democrats.
Yeah, it's that sort of my point exactly. You've just supported my point. Is Islamists or Islam would vote left for the same reason Marxism would tout the left. It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
Islam is looking for people that they can enslave, and Marxism was looking for, and these are his words, the useful idiot. It's all the same thing.
That's good.
Yeah, they just want the same thing.
I need to be a little bit more educated on what Marxism is, because I don't have as much.
It's just a school of thought that brings rise to communism.
If you start with Marxism, then you're bringing rise to communism, or bring rise to socialism that brings rise to communism.
Socialism and communism are economic models. Marxism is the theory that brings about that.
Got it. Okay.
Like liberty is the freedom that brings about conservatism, or what we have, which is, oh my God, our school, our financial, our model.
Yeah.
Is
capitalism?
Capitalism. Jeez, the word just left. Thank you, Nick. Capitalism is our economic model, where like liberty is our philosophy. Basically.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I see the correlation now. All right.